Okay, YouTube. So, February 4th, me and Boychuk here went to Southern Tier Brewing Company. We bought some beer. We came back. We were in Buffalo. Well, no, we were in Niagara Falls. We went to the Consumer Beverages in Niagara Falls, New York, on Niagara Falls Boulevard. Right across the street from the Target.
Tops.
Well, Tops was there too, yes. In our cart, we had probably about $100, $150, somewhere in there of beer. Some great beers that we were really excited to get. We go up to the cash. Now, you know, I get ID'd every once in a while. I'm okay with that. IDing, whatever. I don't get angry when you ID people. They ID'd Boychuk. He showed them their driver's license. They ID'd me. They asked me for a license. I pulled out my passport, which in New York State and all around the world is legal identification. Homeland Security is good enough with a passport, since it has to go through so much government issuing to get it. And I said, this is all I have. I'm blind. I don't have a driver's license. The response I got was a shrug, and I still need a driver's license. To which I pulled out my OHIP card, which I know is my Ontario health card, but it has my picture, my date of birth, and my name on it, and my CNIB card, which is the Canadian National Institute for the Blind, which proves that I'm blind. And I put it down and I said, I have these. I'm blind. I cannot drive. To which we were told, I'm sorry, I can't sell to you. Now, two things come to mind here. First, is Consumer Beverages implying to me that not only can I not drive because being blind, but in New York State I'm not allowed to drink even though I'm 29 years old? And two, are you condoning drinking and driving because you need to have a license to buy beer there?
That's what it sounds like.
If you can't drive, you can't buy beer, but if you can drive,
you can buy all the booze
you can buy all the booze you want. No questions asked, as long as you have a license. I sent them an email talking about how, according to the New York State Liquor Authority, a passport is the #1 acceptable form of identification. I've bought booze at the Consumer Beverages 3 or 4 times now. The first 2 times I didn't get asked for ID. Probably get the guy in trouble for saying that, but he didn't ask me for ID. The third time he did ask me for ID, and I told him, I don't have a driver's license, I'm blind. And he said he needed one. My wife pulled out her driver's license. And he said, you know what, that's fine. You're 30 years old almost, and your wife has a driver's license. I'll take hers and scan it. This guy denied us a sale because our 25-year-old buddy...
27.
20. Oh,
ass.
You look younger. Our 27-year-old associate and the 29-year-old blind man were together, and the blind guy didn't have a driver's license. I don't know where in the world, well, I know where in the world this stuff would be accepted, but I didn't know in the US, where lawsuits were huge, that a company would discriminate against a disability that much. He was more angry about it than I was. Should have heard some of the things coming out of Boychuk's mouth.
Yeah.
Stupidly enough, we didn't ask to see a manager because, you know what, we were like, whatever. And I didn't ask him for his name because, you know, I was a little pissed off.
Yeah, it's alright, I can remember his face, probably.
Well, so can I. He was a chubby, dumbass, tattooed guy.
It's either way, as retribution, myself and the large gorilla folk to my right here will probably be going over at some point to buy more beer from a different location, then showing up at this place, putting a whole bunch of crap in a cart, going up to the counter and producing only our passports, and see how that goes.
Again, I'm kind of sad. Consumer Beverages is the closest one to me, which is why I go there. Also, it has macro and craft beer. A lot of the other beer stores that are specialized beer stores in the U.S. only have the craft stuff, and they're selling for a little more money because the Consumer Beverages is like a Walmart. It's actually, there's like 12 locations. They actually have some pretty good buying power in the Buffalo area. So I'm a little saddened by this. I'm a little saddened that it's been a good, probably 32 hours now since I sent them the email and they still haven't responded to me. But I kind of understand in the U.S. where there's so many lawsuits, they don't want to actually admit fault to anything. But really, it's discrimination. That's what it is. You're blind. Too fucking bad you can't buy beer. Haha, you don't have a license. But really, the thing that, as I was saying to Boychuk on our drive over, that bothered me the most was the kind of shrug. I still need a license.
Yeah. Good for them for clearly, you know, employing the illiterate, but maybe you just want to leave them in the back.
Well, that's just like some people have said, why did they need to scan this? Because that's what he said. He needed to scan it. You scanned an ID. Why do you need to scan the other ID? Can you not read that I was born in 1982? And will be turning 30 in a few months? Again, I'm not angry that I got ID'd. I'm angry that I got denied a sale because I only had the most acceptable form of identification in the world. That's my rant. Some of you have seen it now on the Facebook channel. Some of you haven't. But yeah, that's my beer discussion of the day. Fuck you, consumer beverages. Fuck yourselves and your fucking asses.